Okay. Dan who? Dan double you. Let's go. Ow, wow, listen right now. Everybody knows the man that says pow. Start the show, gonna talk some toys. This is for the grown-up girls and boys making noise. Let's start the show. Talking Marvel Legends and the money that we blow. Honestly, look, there ain't no stopping me. Turtles and Joes too, let's do this properly. Need to buy more toys, don't tell my bank. Wasn't me, promise it was Hellfire Hank. Whole Who crew, look, they made me do it. If it lands in my door, then I best review it. Screw it, I don't usually boast, but I got Rich M, he's here to host. Raise a toast and raise some ducks. This isn't your average show, we're deluxe. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and welcome to another century. Well, we're moving into the third century of live streams, as this is episode 201. So it's been a fun time. It's a fun ride, but we're not going anywhere. I feel like that guy from Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here. And I'll tell you who else is still here with me. It is, of course, Rich M, aka Barry Wright. Rich, explain.
So I've got a sinus infection. So yeah, I have upgraded my voice. So just calm yourself down. If there's a wet patch on your sofa, it's probably your mum listening to me, okay? So just calm yourself.
Rich genuinely sent me a voice note before we started streaming, and I thought he was joking. I didn't, but then he sent me a voice note singing Barry White, and it sounded very good. So I was like, okay, I'm convinced. So yeah,
we
Rich,
got it together, boob.
The voice is making me. There's gonna be wet patch near me. What the hell? It doesn't even make sense, but it's happening. All right, cool. So Rich has informed me though he does feel okay. It's just he's got a sore throat and
it's not even my throat. It's all I'm just completely blocked. So obviously I talk through my nose like Deanna Troi in Star Trek. I'm now using my actual voice.
Well, I'm glad you are still here rather than me talking to myself tonight. I do much appreciate that. I was a little bit distracted before we went live. As Amanda's friend has bought this tiny little puppy in our house, and he was so distracting, so I have no apologies for being late. It was a little tiny puppy in my house, so all is well. So today's stream, again, we're sort of decompressing after San Diego Comic-Con. Let's be honest, we've had a busy old week. Last week, I streamed 4 days in a row. I did Legends of the Liquor Sandwich. I streamed live from the Disney store in London, which still seems a bit insane thinking about it. It's such a unique experience. So shout out Brandon Hasbro at Hasbro, and of course Disney for letting us do that, and eventually getting me the internet connection I desired. But yeah, we made it happen, people. So go and check out that if you're curious what happened. It was like a mini Legend of Liquor in person, because most of the lads were there in person I could speak to, plus a few little extra people that watched the stream but never really come on a live stream I got to chat to. So yeah, streamed live from the Disney store last week. And then this week, again, just back to normal, back to work, back to same old. Today, we're back to our regular scheduled Thursday evening live streaming, recapping the week that was with Legends. But to be honest, there isn't a lot to recap. So today is, again, a more chilled show. We're going to be speaking to you guys quite a lot. We're going to be thinking about what's left to come for 2024. Go through, like, when we expect things to arrive. And again, no HasLab this year either to consider. So we will talk about most of the things we know about, try and fill those gaps of what could there still be to come. Because, again, we're into that second half of the year now, so most of the stuff they reveal is potentially going to be start of 2025. So, yeah, lots of stuff we can speculate about all the same.
No HasLab this year, but a made to order pre-order that's probably going to take a year to get into your hands and will be shipped by Hasbro pals. Different,
so different,
but the same.
Very different. Phil Jones in the chat says there's 270 bones in the human body, but 271 when listening to Rich. It's very true. It's a very recent reference as well.
XOXO Phil Jones, XOXO.
So let's go through the housekeeping. I'll say hello to you guys, and then we can just go any direction we want. So buckle in, people. Welcome to the Thursday night nonsense. It's pretty warm in the UK.
David M. Smith.
What's he saying?
He says, I would like Kathleen Turner on a Thursday. I'm like, everyone. At least I keep with my woman's voice. Thank you, David Evan Smith, for that.
But to be fair, people were asking about you on Saturday, Rich. They missed you.
Oh yeah, I was where was I? Oh, the Disney store thing, were
Mm,
there? Oh yeah, sorry, I was busy
it's all right. It's fine. Washing your
sell,
hair.
selling stuff. Yeah, I was doing thing with Gatorade,
No,
wasn't
no, no. It's
I?
all good. I know. It's all good. It's all good. Our time will come. Our reunition
And
will happen at MCM.
I'm gutted that I'm missing Star Action Figures thing as well. Like I won't be able to go to that.
Yeah, you see me. You see me. 17th. That
I'm
is.
I'm watching Heather's the musical that night.
I will discuss more. There is potential for more. We'll talk about Star Action in a minute. But let's go through the housekeeping. First and foremost, I do owe the world a Turtles and Tea and a Joe's and Juice. When I say owe the world, mainly owe Tanner, Tom and Mark, to be honest. But I will do one very, very soon, recapping all of the reveals from San Diego Comic-Con. No Legend of the Liquor this weekend, but we are having an after show, of course. So no Legend of the Liquor this weekend because we just had a double bill of Legends. But we're moving into August now. So the next Legends of the Liquor will be the 11th of August, all right? So I appreciate all the channel members out there supporting the nonsense I do here on the channel. Thank you so much. And if you want to continue supporting anything over £4 or $4, our Talking Robot Assistant Friday, who sometimes works on a Thursday, will read out your super chat. Use the little dollar sign at the bottom of the YouTube chat or the Streamlabs description link in the top of the description. Both work the same. Anything over £4 or $4. I appreciate you. Take it one step further. Hit that join button. And if you hit it at the Who Crew Deluxe tier, you can be on the show tonight. Literally be on the bonus show tonight. We can no longer bitch about Brandon, though, as he is now a Who Crew Deluxe tier. So we're going to have to change the whole format of the Dan Who Extra show.
No more leaking the rest of the year. Sorry, people.
Yeah, Brandon's in now. So, like, damn. But Who Grew Deluxe, if you're a part of that, you can be on the show later tonight. And Rich has informed me he will be lingering for that with his sweet voice. So he will be there.
I will do any requests you want me to say will be on the after show exclusively with Deluxe members. Okay.
There you go. What? I best get a pile of new channel members now for that. An exclusive Barry White covers by Rich M tonight. That'd be so good. Right, let me scroll up a little bit. I have put a little poll in the chat just to kick us off this evening. It says, has your favourite Marvel Legends of 2024 already been released or is it yet to come? Okay, so again, do you reckon you already have in your possession the best legend of 2024? Or is it yet to come? Is it a pre-order? Is it something that's been revealed? I'm curious how you feel. Shout out Robert, who's just subscribed. Are you watching live? I don't know. If you are, Robert, join the YouTube chat. We are live here on YouTube. So yes, has your favourite Marvel Legend of 2024 already been released? Or is it yet to come? I'm going to answer this question and think my favourite Legend of the year has yet to come. Has yet to be added to my collection. How about you, Rich? Do you reckon the best is yet to come into your house?
Well, coincidentally, my postman is called Dan, and Dan was stuffing a big package into my slot this morning, and I got this. I got Iron Fist and Luke Cage, and I think this Iron Fist looks really good. Can't wait to get this out and have a play around with Danny Rand.
Indeed. It is a great... Again, that's how you do 2-packs, Hasbro. That's how you do 2-packs. The Heroes for Hire. There's no Heroes for Hire branding on it at all, to be honest. But they could have easily just called it a Heroes for Hire 2-pack. But yeah, I've got one here as well. Very nice. Review is on the channel if you want to see those Luke Cage and Iron Fist comparisons, but indisputably the best Marvel Legends representation of Danny Rand and Luke Cage. Sweet Christmas indeed. So I'll leave that poll running, get involved with that. Let me shout out a few names. I'm just going to scroll up a little bit. Shout out Jellyfigs, John, Tac Tac Toys, Hobby, Damien Restore says afternoon, evening, or perhaps for another show. Theme could be more X-Men arcade game characters or for Marvel Legends. So many yet. Yeah, I know Damien's a big fan of a lot of the villains they face at the end of each phase. I'm not sure we've got all of them yet in Legends form. California Red Devil.
Welcome to die, X-Men.
See what I mean? This man could... Rich was saying before we went live, we could use his voiceover for trailers. He could do top 10 lists, whatever we need. You can, if you need to hire Rich...
In a world.
Yeah, there you go. If you need to hire Rich, quickly, get on him now before he recovers from his sinuses.
You've got about a week before I sound like a Chipmunk again. It's not going to be long.
Your boy's got toys. He says 5 minutes, but I want to watch Dan Who now. Yeah, I do apologise for the tardiness, but if you're watching the replay, you'll never know. You'll never know I was late, but I was. All right, don't tell anyone. Darth is in there. He says, "What's up, Pooh Crew?" Shout out to Darth, Phil Jones, of course, RP, Cloud, Foxwell's there, Disavowed Action Figures, Daniel S, Aaron Wiley says, "When you're in the comic book industry, there are more heroes and villains out there, but Hasbro always focus on the same heroes. There are so many Spider-Men, it's crazy." I completely agree, Aaron. There is lots of characters that Marvel, even in their 20 years of Marvel Legends, have yet to make in figure form. But they are still always adding new characters. And to be honest, every figure, every year, new collectors are jumping on board. So you do have to sort of keep replenishing those shelves with those A-list characters.
And they did do some hints for next year, showing us like what's coming up, and I think Aaron's going to be ecstatic. Looks like a Spider-Boy and a Spider-Man Unlimited. Can't wait, Aaron, go on.
He can't wait to add more Spider-Man to his collection. He's a big fan. He's a big fan.
Spider-Boy though.
Spider-Boy, of course. Alien-looking guy. Kevin Beatty is there as well. Dom's there as well. Says Husky Rich, Butch mode activated. Queen Comics says, "Greetings and pow, Dan and Rich from your friendly neighborhood comic shop from across the pond, my friend. Hope you're all having a quintastic day. We absolutely are. Excelsior to you." Shout out to everybody in the shop.
You know what I picked up this week?
What did you pick up?
What if Donald Duck became Wolverine?
Is that a real thing?
That's a real thing out this week, issue 1. It's a one shot, actually. It's a one shot.
Do you know that there's a puff of smoke where Jamie Gitchard was just sat because he has just jumped up out of his seat to run to his nearest comic book shop. Yeah. Compulsive Collectors there. Hero Collections is there. Jason Lopez, the retweeting king. If you need something retweeting on Twitter, Jason Lopez is your man. Super Turk 5000 says, "What's up, people?" Who else we got? I'm Manuel. Just
you get threads anymore.
What's that?
You get threads. You get the point of it.
I get forced interaction on threads because as I'm scrolling Instagram, it will show me something that's threads, and I'll click it and it will take me to threads.
That's what it does to me, and it's these 50-part like diary stories about someone who went to Greg's and then they fell in love and then they had a divorce. It's like,
what?
Like, fuck off! I don't want to know your life story. I couldn't give a shit. Like. Just do a little tweet, like little, but not tweets because that's Twitter. Little things. I don't want to read threads. That's why it's called threads, isn't it? I should uninstall it, Daniel.
Yeah, just get away from it.
It annoys the shit out of me, to be honest.
Doesn't sound like it's for you. People get excited when there's new social media or new things, but then they slowly just go back to the norm anyway. So, yeah. Do you still call it tweets, even though it's not Twitter anymore? I still call it Twitter and tweeting, but
X's? Is that what they call it? Eats? I don't even know. Who knows?
What's it? The Usos. He's eating everywhere on WWE at the minute. Aaron Wiley just says, "Oh no!" with lots of extra marks. He was again. Maybe he doesn't want all loads of new Spider-Man. Okay, let's talk about some Marvel Legend news then real quick. Because I have something fancy in my hands. I have some brand new Marvel Legends art cards. Now they may look like trading cards. You can call them what you want. I'm calling them art cards. And these are for the 85th anniversary line of Marvel Legends. So we know there are 10 summer programs. In my video, I said there was 10 of these to collect. But unfortunately, Amazon has one of the exclusives. So we don't have the free pack with Doom, Taskmaster, or Iron Patriot. But we do have the other 9. So we got this. So let me go full screen real quick. So if you're curious what these are, there is a video on my channel sort of breaking these down and telling you how you can get them. But they are a UK, well, they're not really a UK exclusive, as you can order internationally from Star Action Figures. These are a Star Action Figure exclusive art card gift with purchase. So if you buy one of the 85th anniversary sets from Star Action Figures here in the UK, you will get one of these with your purchase. So there are 9 to collect. So we got Superior Spider-Man.
1.
We got Venom.
2.
Thank you. We got Scar, the Son of Hulk.
3.
We have got, he's putting that deep voice to use, isn't he? We have Marvel's Warbird.
4.
Target exclusive, but not in the UK. Get it from Star Action Figures. But I think she's sold out even there. Whoops. Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
In 5.
In 5. In 4, we have Odin. The last one to be revealed, but he is a big
6.
boy. Big boy. Then we've got Wolverine, astonishing Wolverine, nevertheless. There he is.
Come on!
One of my potential favourites. It is Ghost Rider
8.
in the rain, but it's not stopping him from flaming on. And then probably my favourite out of the 85th anniversary line, Hulkbuster.
Bully special prize.
Remember that show, Bullseye? The kids in the chat have no idea what you're talking about. So yes, 10, 9, definitely 9, not 10. Cards from Star Action Figures that you can get with your purchase. So there are 2 in stock right now. Ghost Rider's in stock, and also the Luke Cage and Iron Fist. So if you go and buy them from Star Action Figures, you will get your first 2. And these are a really cool item on the back. You can see it's got the Marvel logo, Star Action Figures, and our good friend of the channel, part of the Dan Who Network, it is Mini Plastic Multiverse. I think he's currently on holiday in Paris. Maybe he's part of the Olympics. I don't know what his specialist sport would be. I know he rides bikes. Maybe he's going to be in, like, do you know that inside track where they just drive? What's that called? Biking indoors? There's got to be a better name than that in Olympics.
Cycling? Like velodrome, is it?
Yeah, something like that. Maybe he's doing that. I don't know. But anyway, Tom has done an epic job with these. So he's basically took the promo images that was taken by Shooting the Galaxy, I assume, and then created these epic card backs for them. So these are art cards. You can get them from Star Action Figures only. So let me do some plugging. I do have the website. Or let me show Tom first. Let me give Tom some love first.
Oh, it's because Tom.
Yeah, shout out.
Bonjour, Tom.
Bonjour. He's somewhere eating a baguette right now, I am sure. Let me get rid of this chat. So there's Tom, Mini Plastic Multiverse. I'm sure you're already following him anyway, because he's got some epic pictures on Instagram right now. But there you go. Tom has posted some nice, pretty promotional images of the card. So you can go and take a closer look for yourself. He's done an epic job. But look at some of the pictures he's been taking recently. So good. He's got the Secret Invasion up there. Very nice. You've got the Shield roundup, and you've also got like an Into the Spider-Verse setup. But of course, he's into all sorts. There's not just Marvel there. There are bits and pieces from everything. But yeah, Tom teamed up with Hasbro UK and Star Action Figures to put this little bonus together. So again, this is just an incentive, a little added gift for your action figures from Star Action Figures. Very, very cute name. There you go. So the Luke Cage and Ghost Rider are in stock right now. And the rest are currently up for pre-order. But it's the only place you can get them. Star Action Figures, really, really nice. Go and check out my little video for more information, but I basically just regurgitated it all back at you anyway. So, honestly, go and give Tom some love. These are really, really, really nice. Really unique.
They're all due soon, though, aren't they? They're all due. Like, a lot of them are coming this month. I think Miss Marvel is due this month.
Yeah, I think there's a few that like linger off into October. Maybe or September, but hopefully they start coming through at a nice pace now, because them all coming at once would be a bit hard on the old wallet. So I don't mind them trickling in out over the summer. Remember in the US they did a GameStop. There was like you could get these packs of cards with GameStop. So Hasbro have done similar things, but again, these are art cards. Very different, very, very different.
Wolfpack sent me a pack of those. Thank you to the Wolfpack. If I get any doubles of these, I will send some to Miguel.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be doing some giveaways on the channel as well for full sets. It's just a nice, unique piece. Get these as protectors, and they can be a nice accompanying piece to your collection for sure. So, yeah, very nice. So, shout out Tom, Star Action Figures, and of course, Hasbro UK for putting that together. Our friend Brandon might be lingering in the chat as well. Yes, Daniel S says, well done, Tom. Well done, Tom, indeed. Okay, so the Marvel Legends news of this week is essentially a pre-order and a role-play item. So the pre-order was Colossus, which is a missing piece to that sort of the first 2 films of Deadpool. We have already got Megasonic Teenage Warhead. We already got Cable. We've already got Domino. We've got a couple of versions of Deadpool, and these are all part of the original first 2 movies. Nothing. We're not spoilering the new movie just yet. We will in a week or so do maybe a spoilery show, but not on the main show today. But yeah, Colossus looks really good in hand as well. Completely pinless, double jointed elbows with the big thick arms as well, which is really nice. He's got his little tiny book, which is definitely going to get eaten by the carpet monster. A couple of expressions on the head as well. But the missing piece for the first 2 Deadpool movies for sure, out of that core sort of lineup, before they could afford to put loads of people in the movie, it was just poor Colossus and Megasonic Teenage Warhead, and now you can have them. And we knew we'd see that Legacy Collection box again. Will we see it again after this? I don't know. Dan Yoon keeps trying to tease a Juggernaut, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But it would be nice, I suppose. Richard, you in on this? Have you got the other Deadpool figures?
Yeah, I'm in on this Colossus. I think, yeah, he goes good with, like you said, Domino, Negasonic, Cable. And hopefully they'll get to do more from all three movies. No spoilers, but I think there's a lot of characters missing. And hopefully with Deadpool, Wolverine being such a big success, they'll definitely be revisiting it in some more lines coming forward.
Indeed. Creature Creations says, any butterfly joints on Colossus? Yes, there are. They are there. We had him in hand. I got to see it myself, and I got to articulate him myself. So he does have some subtle butterfly joints in there. He also has the ab crunch, swivel at the waist, double jointed elbows there as well, pinless legs and arms. Honestly, it's a very nice representation of Colossus, really is. So I'm sure anyone who wanted him in your collection, you'll be very happy with this. The pre-order's up now. I think it's already sold out on Pulse UK, so I'm not so sure about Pulse US. But there you go. So the rules are, let me see if I can zoom in. Rule 1, no killing anybody ever. And Rule 2, label everything in the refrigerator. Or as we say, the fridge. That would have saved some letters on your book. Right, and then the other item that went up for pre-order was a roleplay item. So it's Marvel Legends, again, not something we particularly cover here. But since it's a slow news week, we will cover it. Here you go. It is, to be fair, for what it is, it does look pretty cool. If you're a fan of the Green Goblin and cosplay items, and people like putting the helmets on display, we've got the iconic sort of mask. So that he's branded No Way Home, of course, because it's from No Way Home. But we all know where it was first seen, in the Raimi trilogy, in the first movie, Norman Osborn, Green Goblin. So the Goblin mask is actually one item, and then the pumpkin bombs are another item, and they make sounds and light up and stuff. There they are. So you have to buy these separately. I think these are £40, and you can get as many of these as you want, I suppose. So if you wanted to be Green Goblin at Halloween, you might be in luck. So yeah, Rich, do you ever have any of the cosplay stuff? Do you even have a helmet on display or anything like that, or just not interest you?
No, I haven't got any cosplay stuff. If they made some Jubilee glasses, maybe that would tempt me, but that's about it. Again, I don't need like a mask with voice modulation, Dan. I just need to get a cold, and it does my voice for me. Prank phone calls all night, hours of fun.
So to be fair, I've always thought about getting an Iron Man helmet for the display, just because I love Iron Man, but never have. I have got the Tesseract. I guess the Tesseract counts as a role play item, I suppose.
And you had your Pink Ranger helmet.
I do have the Pink Ranger helmet. I still have the Pink Ranger helmet. Did they ever? I don't think Mighty Morphin Lightning Collection completed the whole team of helmets, did they? That must be wow frustrating.
They did blue and red. No, I think they did at least the 5. I think they did. And they did do the 5.
They didn't do the Black Ranger helmet. No way.
Didn't they?
Nah, they didn't.
I know Trini's came out just before they announced they were wrapping it up, didn't they?
Anyone in the chat can correct us, because I genuinely don't know. I'm just making an assumption, but I don't think Hasbro got round to completing the original 5 Power Ranger helmets for their roleplay, because they never got to all the weapons. They were meant to release the final weapons, but I don't think they did. So if you're a Power Rangers collector, that might be very frustrating. But anyway, that's Power Rangers. This is Marvel, and Green Goblin, their mask is out if you wanted it. Tyler says, I don't care how, I just need a Baron Mordo. I completely agree, Tyler. I was hoping that Baron Mordo was going to be packed in with Wong at San Diego Comic-Con. I thought that would have made a really nice 2-pack, but unfortunately it's not to be. But that would have made that Wong 2-pack a lot more desirable, as it would have been 2 supporting cast characters for the sort of Doctor Strange world that we have never had in Marvel Legends form before, in the same box. Sometimes with 2-packs, you're buying a figure we already have, or a character we already have, to gain a character we don't have. So if they'd put Baron Mordo in that set, rather than a Doctor Strange repaint, I would have been a lot happier. You would agree with that, right, Rich?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think Baron Mordo would have been a good figure to get. But again, I can see why they put Doctor Strange in it, because he's a more mainstream character. I think Mordo and Wong together, I could have seen Strange with Mordo, but then that would have been, like, I wouldn't see them putting those two together.
Agreed. Virtual Dave in the chat, our good friend Andrew, he says they didn't do black, yellow, or green Ranger helmets.
What did they do for Trini then at the end? Was it just the power coin?
They think they did weapons. They did weapons.
The dagger, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crap, then.
Yeah, they were theming they were doing the weapons and the helmets at the same time for each, but they never got round to.
Surely they could just finish those 2. Like, if you bought all them.
That's what I'm saying. I told you, it's annoying, it's frustrating. Rich, so San Diego Comic-Con has been and gone, all right? It happened, it's over, it's a flash. But Hasbro did reveal something on the final day that we talked about at the start of Legends and Liquor, but I haven't yet spoke to you about. So let's bring it up on the screen here. On the final day, the Hasbro team saved one final reveal, and it was another pesky Wolverine. But is this the final Wolverine, or is there more? Only Dan Yoon knows, because he has been teasing us. At this point, I genuinely don't know anymore. I don't know. It's probably not the last Wolverine, let's be honest, but of last of this year, maybe. So it is a brown-suited Wolverine, completely pinless Wolverine. Look at that. No pins on the legs, no pins on the elbows. He's got the butterfly joints. I think it's the crunch and the swivel at the race rather than the ball joint that's on this sort of new one. So it's the sort of, that's the X-Men, that's 97. The 97, yeah, the X-Men 97 version of Wolverine, which is still a decent body for Wolverine, no disputing at all. So that is what the final reveal was of San Diego Comic-Con for Marvel Legends. They did say something for the final day. They put a little arcade display out with all the characters in the way that we already have in Legends form. So for people wondering, like, all these figures in the back, we already have. Like, that one is very, very rare. If anyone wants to purchase that for £300, I may have one I'll be willing to part with. I'll do a little discount for you. £250 for you, all right? Special offer. And
I'll record you a voice note as well.
There you go. What an incentive, right?
As Scott Summers or whoever you want.
So, brown suit Wolverine, Rich. What are your thoughts? Is it Secret Wars, or is it an arcade? Or like,
it's got to be Secret Wars, haven't it? It's like even the design of the costume looks like it's like paying tribute to the Secret Wars figure. So yeah, it's gotta be. It's bright as well. Like the way it's not like dark tan like a comic book version or something. It's very light and bright. So either it's Secret Wars or it's some kind of arcade line they do in. But then I don't get why they would just show Wolverine if they were going to do an arcade with show like all the figures and everyone else is the old figure. So I'm guessing this is a figure for the Secret Wars wave.
I completely agree. I'm just trying to find an image of.
Excuse me. Still hasn't gone.
He's still ill, people. He's still ill. All right, let's throw this up on screen over there.
I got money in the
and perfect timing. We got a super chat from California Red Devil. Thank you so much.
California Red Devil donated $4.99. Does the M in Rich M stand for moist? Cause that voice may be awakening something in me.
California Red Devil is a fan. He says, does the M in Rich M stand for moist? Because that voice may be awakening something in him.
I'll chat to you later.
It Red can
Devil.
do.
Chat to you later.
So don't send him a voice note. You might get too excited. Now he's ready. So thank you very much for the super chat, California Red Devil. It's always good to hear Friday's voice. First time today as well. So she is working. Sometimes she's a bit glitchy, but she seems to be working. So, right. We think that Wolverine has to be from Secret Wars. So, okay, there it is. And as you can see, like Rich said, the colours definitely appeal more to the Secret Wars version. Now, we were saying before San Diego Comic-Con, Secret Wars has to be San Diego or PulseCon. Has to be one of the two because it's a big deal. It's the 40th anniversary. There's a whole wave rumoured to be released. So if they don't reveal it at San Diego, it's got to be PulseCon because they need to save something big for PulseCon. And considering there is no HasLab now, then they needed something to hang their hat on. And I do think PulseCon is going to be all about the Secret Wars rumoured wave because they're running out of time to reveal it because things have got to come out before the end of the year. And the rumours are this is scheduled to be a 2024 wave. So it releases within the actual anniversary year of Secret Wars. So if this is a Secret Wars Wolverine and it's on some nice blue retro packaging, they're off to a good start, Rich, right? Because that's a character I think people, even though it's another Wolverine, it's one that makes sense.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It makes sense in the year of Wolverine to get this character, and yeah, I think it fits more for, like I said, in a Secret Wars line, and I think it's something a bit different. I don't think a lot. If you wanted a comic book brown Wolverine, this is not like, I don't think it's going to fit into that, but into a Secret Wars like little subline, I could see them doing that. And like he was in the original Secret Wars waves, he's in the Secret Wars comic book, so it makes sense to put Wolverine. And it's the year of Wolverine. It's a year of Wolverine, Dan. Next year, no Wolverines. None at all.
No, don't need any. Don't need any next year. This year we've had plenty. But like we said, this year they've been like, it would have made complete sense for the brown suit Wolverine to be re-released as pinless. And the fact that we had that whole sort of spring program with the 2-packs of Wolverine variants and we never had a brown suit Wolverine, it's because they had it saved to somewhere else in the year, and here it is. So of course it could be used in an arcade display. It's the same costume he wore in the arcade, but has to be Secret Wars. So that is where I am putting my predictions. Again, I'm sure everyone else is as well, so it's not exactly breaking news. But I am very much looking forward to see how they release Secret Wars. We don't really know yet if it's a Build-A-Figure wave or a retro card wave. We can all assume it will be a nice tribute packaging to the Secret Wars, as Hasbro undoubtedly do a great job at recreating those card backs from back in the day. And this is the very first Marvel card back. Am I wrong, Rich? Like, before this, it was all, like, the Marvel characters were like, what was it? What's that other company beginning with an M?
Mego.
Yeah, Mego. So this is like the first action figure style Marvel things released. So this is the first Marvel card back in toy history, right?
Yeah, I think so. And obviously, like, it's not the Hasbro own line. They didn't do it then. So, like, I don't think this is a spoiler, but I think based on the data that's out there, the Secret Wars wave is not going to be a bath wave. It is most likely going to be a retro card wave, I think.
Yeah, our only question is, like, lenticular shields or no lenticular shields? As long as they still give us some decent accessories for the character, I don't mind adding it in for a gimmick. As, like, these are the type of things that I will buy extras for. Of course I will. I'm a sucker for the retro cards. So I don't mind them if you package it with a clear shield. But if these have got characters that I can put into my sort of bigger world I'm creating, like, I'm really hoping for some new characters here rather than just an opportunity for repaints. Because as much as we want this and we're not mad at this, it makes sense. It is essentially just a repaint, but it's one that makes sense, so we allow it. A black suit Spider-Man would be another one that, yes, it's a repaint, but would make sense. We have yet to have a black suit Spider-Man on the newer pinless bodies that hasn't got the cell shading on. So, again, it's one that sort of makes sense. There are other characters that appeared in Secret Wars and some that didn't appear in Secret Wars, I want them to add some new characters here. Ones that actually were in Secret Wars that we don't currently have in Marvel Legends form. I'm talking Rich's favourite Titania, aka Titania. But we prefer to call it Titania around here.
Titania.
Also Beyonder would be another good one. So, yeah, we did a whole stream on Secret Wars, by the way. We went back and looked at the figures that had been released back in the day. There was like 3 waves, 2.5 waves, I guess. The third wave was sort of cancelled and then turned into a European exclusive. So there's some play sets out there as well. So go back a few episodes. What number is it actually in the Dan Who Live? 198. So episode 198 in the playlist is a whole stream of us speculating Secret Wars cards. And I think both me and Rich were hoping that a brown suit pinless Wolverine would be in there. And it's got to be this. Has to be this. Some people are saying it's going to be some sort of arcade game release because we've just got the Sentinels and they displayed it in like a arcade setup. But I just think that's just them playing around, like showing off all the other figures, because you can build that correct team in figure form now. We do desperately need a new Cyclops as well, and he wears that outfit as well, doesn't he? So
the Secret Wars, there is a Secret Wars wave coming, whatever, that I don't think that's a spoiler. Like, if the Wolverine is not in that, then the only other way I could see them doing it is, like, so the Spider-Man VHS 2-packs, Daniel has said that like something different was happening after the ones we've got now. It wasn't going to be like Spider-Man, the animated TV show or whatever. Something was going to change. Mm-hmm. So unless they do like 3 2-packs of the X-Men characters, I mean, that is a way they could do it. But then I think these are such more like popular looks that people would want. I think banging them behind the Pulse exclusive wall would be a silly idea. So I definitely think it's going to be a Secret Wars like figure. That's what I think anyway.
Agreed. No, I'm with you. Tofi says, please add Claw. Yeah, Claw was in those final couple of issues of Secret Wars. California Red Devil says yes to shields. He very much would like lenticular shields. Jamie asks a question. Would you be pissed if they released Doc Ock on the Secret Wars card rather than the Spider-Man one? I wouldn't be pissed, but it wouldn't be the way I do it. Just for my own selfish reasons, I think Doc Ock it would be more relevant on a Spider-Man retro card. But if they put him on the Secret Wars card, it's not inaccurate because he was in the comic and he was in the original toy line. So I couldn't be mad at it because it would be a release that makes sense. But selfishly, if I had to pick between Doc Ock with Secret Wars or Spider-Man retro, I'd go Spider-Man retro, but that's my round. A few people are telling us how to pronounce Titania by saying it's Titania, which we are
We're ignoring you all.
We are aware of this. Go and watch our Secret Wars stream. We have a whole debate about how it should be pronounced. Like we even got to the origins of how she pronounced it in the comic. So we're pretty confident it is cool. She is Titania because she wants to be like a Titan, Titania. But we prefer calling it Titania, all right? Because it's more fun. And all right, so don't stop spoiling this fun for us.
Yeah, and as the one person out there who likes She-Hulk as well, I do realise in that they pronounce it Titania. Hey, Titania, stop breaking walls. But I don't care. Titania, she will be, right? Titania and Tigray and Monday Saint-Croix, okay?
Monday Saint-Croix. Yeah, there's a few reviewers that didn't say it correctly. I called them out, though, don't you worry. Our friend Mini Plastic Multiverse has joined the chat. He's in France right now. We were speculating which Olympic Games you were playing at currently in Paris right now. But we were showing off your Instagram a little bit earlier and shouting you out with the card designs for Star Action figures. Did an amazing job, Tom. Really, really impressive. So there you go. Go and check them out, people. I'll be giving some away very soon on my 85th anniversary reviews, so make sure you look out for that. But shout out Tom, just thought I'd mention that again because I've seen his name pop up in the chat. Right, any other questions? Definitely an Absorbing Man, said Hawk. Yeah, Absorbing Man we've had as a builder figure, and it's been a good few years, good while. I'd take a new Absorbing Man. I'd be fine with that. Dan, I think that nothing is passing the 85th anniversary line. So, King K, are you saying that in regards to best Marvel Legends of the year, the 85th anniversary line is the pinnacle? Like that, in 2024, Marvel Legend releases, 85th anniversary line is top tier. Is that what you're saying from that? I'm assuming so.
I mean, Generation X retro card, obviously, that's still going to come, isn't it? That'll be for Christmas. I know they're keeping it for December for my birthday, and then that's what they do.
I really hope so, Rich. I really hope so, because there's an anniversary for them as well. So, it's the only...
I mean, it's not happening, Dan, is it? Even Marvel haven't acknowledged that Generation X was a thing.
Yeah.
I think there's trade paperback coming out next month. That's about it.
It is very frustrating. Let me...
But no, as well, no, we've said about this. So, no, the 85th anniversary.
Yes.
So we theorized that was happening based on it was RSVLT's the clothing line, wasn't it?
I should have made a video and said I called it, but I didn't.
You did. You called it first.
But you definitely you called it first.
Yeah, but I don't really care. But yeah, but that.
Nobody
but I had an email off of him yesterday, and at some point today, there's a Secret Wars clothing line like popping up. And it seems to be they seem to be a bit ahead of all these things happening. Like with X-Men 97, they announced it before anyone else did.
Follow me that email, I'll show it.
I will send it to you now.
Yeah, except it's probably showing off shirts or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Another anniversary that was this year was, of course, The Punisher. He is also celebrating an anniversary as he debuted in a Spider-Man comic 50 years ago. So we thought they were ignoring The Punisher, but it wasn't to be. We're getting a brand new, completely pinless, newly tooled Punisher. It's like better articulation on a bigger, bulkier body. So a lot of people's favourite reveal from the weekend, especially our good friend Christopher Allen, everybody's favourite. So it shows you that there may still be potential for that final anniversary, which is the New Mutants. I keep saying New Mutants, but Generation X. On that retro card, the final retro card that hasn't really been done from Toy Biz days. So we shall see. What if we get a pinless Doom? Says Kev. We're getting a new Doom in that free pack with the soft good cape. I don't think he's pinless, but he's close to it, right? He's close. I think he's just got pins on the legs. He also says mostly fantastic, mostly surprises, no rumours were revealed. Yeah, surprises are a good thing. I like being surprised. So, like, as much as I like Rectangular and I like getting involved in these conversations and speculating what may be coming in the year, if you genuinely knew everything, it would be pretty boring. I like knowing a little bit. So I can adjust the collection accordingly, maybe make some space, what teams we're going to complete, what teams do I need to invest in. Like, I do like to know a little bit. That's why it's fun to have a few little leaks. It's all part of the collecting community sort of landscape. But to know absolutely everything that was coming out throughout the year would be pretty boring. Like, if you're one of those people, then it's pretty boring. No, that's just my opinion, my perspective. Would you really want to know everything that comes out, Rich, or don't you mind a few little secrets popping up through surprises?
No, I like to know everything. My favourite year was when Rectangular released the whole year. Like, I budgeted, I had everything planned out.
There are benefits.
Bought my 20 Monday Cinquas, so I was good. Life was good.
There is no disputing there are definitely benefits from there. But I just, again, it's part of the game. I like to know a few secrets. Just speaking for myself, of course.
Iron Fist has got
he's the toe article. He has indeed. He has indeed. I'm looking into the future and I see the 25th anniversary of New X-Men in 2026. Fingers crossed, says Iron Manuel. Iron Manuel, while you're looking to the future for me, will you just let me know those lottery numbers, please, all right? So I can afford all these new legends. That would be appreciated. Use your powers for good, Iron Manuel, and share them in the chat. Much, much appreciated. RP says, I would love... let me get the chat back up. RP says, I would love to see Hasbro attempt a Fatal Attractions Wolverine with adamantium coming out of his body. Talking of that, I'm yet to do a video on these. But Daisho Creations has sent me some more Wolverine heads, some more custom head sculpts to look at. So I'm going to be doing a little upgrade on my channel soon. But they are Wolverine smoking cigars and battle damage. I'm trying to do that camera trick, but it might...
Oh no!
No, it's fine. He's absolutely fine. My table's right there. I can't get it to focus, but there's battle damage ones as well. I'm going to do a full video on it. But it's like berserkery style, battle damaged Wolverine. Honestly, these are really, really nice. I'll do a full video, don't you worry. But Daisho Creations hooked me up yet again. So I'll be doing a video on the channel. They look very epic. So yeah, talking of Wolverine... We've got plenty of Wolverines in the collection, and now I've got some head sculpts I'll be able to swap and pop and make my display a little bit unique, because no two collections are the same. Alright, so in regards to everything they revealed at Comic-Con, Rich, it was a lot of 2-packs, wasn't it? And we all says there has to be another Build-A-Figure wave, like there has to be. And during MCU Collector's interview he did with the team at Comic-Con, they did say there's at least one more Build-A-Figure wave coming this year.
Which is weird, because on all the leaked lists of Doom, there is no more Build-A-Figure wave. But last year, the Spider-Man Retro wave and the Void Build-A-Figure wave, like both of those were this year's waves, and they shipped last year. So it could be that we're getting
the first of
like, whatever the first wave of next year.
Yeah, so go and check out MCU Collector's little interview he did with the Hasbro team at Comic-Con. Again, I always feel for people in those type of situations, because the chat expect you to go, where's this character? Where's this character? And you know Hasbro are just going to go more to come. Maybe. They're not going to actually say, yes, this character's coming on the 20th of April.
He didn't ask where Hepzibah was, Daniel. I was crying. I rocked in the corner for a week, I did.
You did ask about Regent, though, selfishly. But again, you have to take those moments for yourself. So, I sympathise with those interviews, because it is awkward to get information, because they're not really going to tell you anything. So it's an opportunity to get some tidbits, maybe a few clues. And again, he got one. He got a clue that sort of Dwight says the Build-A-Figure is one of his favourite things he has worked on in the last like 5+ years. But Dwight Stall's taste is a little bit unique. I don't think Dwight Stall's taste, and this is no offence to Dwight, but I just think he likes the more...
I hope he's coming to MCM this year, Dan.
No, I've got no disrespect to Dwight, but I'm just saying he likes the more obscure, doesn't he? Like, so I think it's going to be like quite an obscure... Because his favourite out of the whole Wolverine sort of setup was the Psylocke, the Lady Psylocke Mandarin type thing. Which, again, great figure, don't get me wrong, but probably not the most well-known to the... average collector.
That was also my favourite figure.
Yeah, no, it's a great figure. I'm just saying, like, so I just think when.
But I am the Dwight tribute act as well. Available to parties, children.
So yeah, when Dwight says it's his favourite thing, I'm just saying I think it's more maybe an obscure an obscure character. So maybe we need to ask Dwight. Maybe I need to get Dwight on, see if he's had that media training, and see if we can sneak a little Dwight Stall clue out there. Because what could be Dwight Stall's favourite thing in the last 5 years?
So whatever the next Build-A-Figure wave is, here's a question for you. Do you think it's going to be a themed wave on an individual property, or do you think it's going to be like the Zaboo wave and be like a mix of all different things?
Yeah, so like Zaboo wave wasn't really a theme, was it? It was just random characters with a sort of X-Men sort of theme-ish. But then you had Internal in there and whatever. And then
the well-known X-Man of all, Red Widow, she was there. Everyone's favourite X-Man.
I'm surprised the poll isn't 100% that the best is they already have it, because Red
Widow everyone's got her.
She has already been released. Didn't quite make the Who crew though, unfortunately. Sad times for her. So yeah, Strange Tales is very much a Strange Tales themed wave. So yeah, I reckon it will be if there's one more Build-A-Figure wave, I reckon it's a good opportunity to just have it open, like no particular solid theme, just add in a few new characters that we need in our collection.
So this happened in the Legends and Liquor group as well, but everyone in the chat now is like armor. The amount of new tooling that armor would need, does everyone think that Hasbro are genuinely going to make armor a builder? The only way I could see it, if like the armor figure, like the mutant armor is a figure in the line, and then you've got like a build exoskeleton armor. That's the only way I could see them doing it. I don't see any other way they can do armor as a Build-A-Figure. I think it'd be more likely as like a deluxe type of thing, surely.
There is no dispute. I'm just going to Google a picture of armor for anyone who is unfamiliar with her character design. There is no disputing that she would make a very cool figure.
Yeah, or like Tyler says, made to order. I could see that being next year's made to order figure.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not a HasLab, it's made to order.
So that's armor. For anyone who's curious who
I'm going to get that made as a t-shirt.
For anyone curious who armor is, this is armor. So it's a girl in a body that's so in figure form, that would have to be a translucent sort of shell over a regular female figure. But to add all that articulation, that would be very difficult. It's not an easy thing to do in Legends form. Would I like it to be armor? Absolutely. But if they're going to do armor, like Rich said, it's not a Build-A-Figure. It deserves, to do it right and to do the character justice, it does deserve more tooling, more thought. So yeah, I don't think armor will be a Build-A-Figure. Do you reckon they'd cheap out and just do like a red translucent thing without the female inside, and just give her because they could do, we got Zaboo and Kazar in the wave, they could do the armor body in like a red translucent sort of thing as the Build-A-Figure, but then just do armor the character as a single figure. I don't want them to do that, but I'm saying, would they? They
wouldn't, because armor's the thing is it's got to be inside of it, but again, it's artistic interpretation with armor, in that some artists have drawn her she's just in the center bit and the arms are separate, so that's the way you could do it and get your articulation. In that the head and the body would encase the armor figure, and then you could still get your legs and your arms separate, kind of thing.
I'm trying to
so it wouldn't look as cool as this, but that's the way you could kind of do it.
So there's a picture of her where her arms are not in the arms, so again it would have to be a big chunky thing for it to work, but I wouldn't be mad at it. I'd rather them do it as a made to order thing.
I would buy this as a made to order, and or even if HasLabs came back next year, I think this would be a pretty good one to do. It wouldn't be I think it would break the bank. She wouldn't have to be the size of a Sentinel, but
I think this would be this wouldn't do well as a HasLab. She's not multi-generational. Do you know
No, I think though, Astonishing X-Men is a lot
that's
of
early 2000s, isn't it? So
yeah, and I think it was when Joss Whedon wasn't a terrible person and hadn't destroyed the Justice League as well for DC. I think that was when there was a lot of John Cassidy's art's amazing, and it has a lot of love. I've gone over this before. I've never been a fan of Astonishing X-Men, and that's due to other things, and the whole thing with comic books bringing in TV and film writers, which annoyed the shit out of me back in the day. But I'm an old person, Dad. I lived through the never-ending saga of Astonishing X-Men, never ending for years. But yeah, but the character herself is a good character, so I would love to get that figure. But I mean, there seems to be a lot of love going around for Astonishing X-Men. They've done Wolverine now this year, Emma, and Cyclops last year, so that they seem to be filling out that team as the next X-Men team. We're going to get filled out. So yeah, I think you've got to do armor really.
Yeah, I agree. They have to at some point. They can't just ignore the character for a while, especially if they want to complete teams. But I do think we need a new. I know Rich doesn't want me to say this, but Kitty Pryde could do.
No, we do not need one.
Okay, we don't need one really. Colossus could be upgraded. Don't get me wrong, the Colossus we've got is nice, but we could get a pinless Colossus.
I would buy a made-to-order Kitty Pryde on a giant fucking bullet where she went into space and spent 5 years not in the X-Men comic books. I would happily buy that figure to recreate the best time of Kitty Pryde in comic books.
Yeah, sad times. But there may be somewhere out there who wants it, Rich. That's all it is. That's all it is. Colossus and Kitty 2-packs as Kev. I hope Cat Beast is next as Flaming Air Source. Yeah, I would like a Cat Beast, but I just don't know. I just don't think we're seeing another Astonishing this year. Maybe next year. I think if we were seeing another one, they probably would have showed us or teased it by now. But they were teasing Wolverine, and Wolverine's been revealed. And since then, the promo images have just been Wolverine, Cyclops, and Emma Frost. So I think if they had another one on the lineup, they might have teased a photo or something.
With all of the pieces they've developed this year, I don't think Astonishing Colossus would be that hard to do. An Astonishing Kitty with the new female bodies is not that... Like, she hasn't got much. She could do that without any sculpting, really, just a new head.
Yeah.
So, I mean, both of those are quite easy. I think Beast and Armor are probably the more harder ones. And then, like, you've got to do Orge. You need the bad guys as well. Abigail Brand. There's a lot of different people you can put into it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find some more pictures of Dragoman from the weekend because I do want to, since we're talking about made to order, let's have a little look at Dragoman once again because he did look very, very impressive. They've no dates. Like, right, I think someone did try and get some more answers out of Ryan during interviews, but they said that they genuinely just don't know yet in regards to when this is going to actually be a thing. So there it is. So he looks great. Like, he really, really does look great. Like, I'm looking forward to it. But do you reckon? I don't even know if this is going to be this year. Like, are they going to do this year, or is it going to be an early next year thing?
No, I think they'll do the pre-order this year, but it's not going to ship till next year, surely. I mean, if they did the pre-order this year and it's shipping in a couple of months, I would be ecstatic because then that's not like a HasLab. But my guess is this will be Christmas 2025, and it is a HasLab by another name. But there we are.
And that is the frustrating thing. Is like it's the wait, isn't it, for sure? But again, Year of the Dragon. It has to go up for pre-order this year, right? And that's what I hope. I just hope it goes up for pre-order this year, and it's a 2024 item, and it ships sooner rather than later. It'd be frustrating to wait a year again, but if it is going to follow the same HasLab concept, just without the HasLab branding, then yeah, it's going to be a bit of a wait, which is unfortunate. But they've done that before in the past. That Spider-Man 3-pack wasn't made to pre-order, but it was a pre-order only, and then we nearly waited a year for that as well. So it's not.
Imagine if it's just you, Shartimus, and X-Manny, and Parallel. You're the only 4 who order this.
Ain't true. No way.
And they'd have to make it there, wouldn't they? They'd have to make it to order.
Good. Make 4 of them. I don't mind, but they won't. Imagine that only 4 of these exist. That'd be wow good on the aftermarket. That would be my new break glass for emergency item. But I don't think that's the case. But yeah, I would like to safely assume in the Year of the Dragon this will go up for pre-order before the year is out, because we've still got 5 months of the year, so they can figure this out in a couple of months. Put a pre-order up because it's been revealed now, so it's no big secret. They just need to figure out the logistics of the pre-order. So I would like to think that this is a 2024 pre-order and then a 2025 item. So again, and maybe because it's not a HasLab, we can get it a little bit quicker than that year timeline. So yeah, fingers crossed. But
The made-to-order Ponzo scheme, formerly known as a HasLab, coming through as a Netflix documentary.
yeah, very soon. So yeah, and again, we could do a whole stream about talking about other bigger characters that would fit this sort of scale. Because again, when you think HasLab, you think Giant Man, Galactus, Sentinel, Fin Fan Foom, people for Apocalypse, etc. Vehicles is obviously
Cookie Monster, Rancor.
Yeah, maybe not them. Vehicles is something also they want to avoid. G.I. Joe seem to be the team to go to for vehicles. It's embedded with the brand a lot more than Legends are, so unfortunately they're avoiding vehicles. So this happy medium of bigger scaled characters that are too big for a Build-A-Figure, too big for a Deluxe, but too small for a HasLab, I don't mind it. So me and Rich can definitely do a list in the future talking about bigger potential characters. Are you mad? Are you sad? I don't think you are, but I guess it's more a question for the chat, because I was about you won't be sad. But I was going to say to the chat, are you sad that this sort of basically confirms that there is no Fin Fan Foom? Because a lot of people were genuinely starting to get excited at the potential of a new Fin Fan Foom in their Marvel Legends collection, especially with the Iron Man retro card wave hitting this year as well. So genuine question for the chat, so let me know with the hits and misses, whatever it needs to be. But are you sad that this basically confirms there is no Fin Fan Foom? Because they're not making Fin Fan Foom unless it's a HasLab. It's not happening. So I'm just curious.
No, you focus too much on what Ryan Ting says and not on what Ryan Ting doesn't say.
Okay.
Ryan Ting is a good marketer. So all Ryan Ting said was there is no HasLab this year and it's going to be this. He didn't say we will never do a HasLab.
No, I never
Marvel
said that.
again.
No, I never. I'm just saying this year.
So Fin Fan Foom could come. I know there won't be a Fin Fan Foom this year, but Fin Fan Foom could come in the future, couldn't there?
I agree, but that's my question. My question is, are you sad that there's no Fin Fan Foom happening in the foreseeable future? Like,
right, okay.
You're not wrong. Like, yeah, he never said never again, and I do think they will revisit the HasLab thing. They just need to figure it out. Again, the Marvel fan base is very fickle. Like it just, I don't know. Like, they just cannot get over that hump. Like, people are going to regret Giant Man. Giant Man looks epic. Like, and he is a A-list Avenger. Like, he is issue 1. Ant-Man, issue 2 it's Giant Man in that exact look they have made the HasLab, and he looks really nice in hand. Like, we seen it at MCM, they had it on show at San Diego. Again, it's now closer to production. I think when Giant Man comes out this year, people are going to get FOMO of like, because people didn't want to support the HasLab. And again, each to their own, that's fair enough. But again, when I'm backing the HasLab for Giant Man, I'm not in my head going, oh, I'm backing this to support Hasbro, the multi-billion corporation. No, I don't give a shit. I'm backing it because I want the Giant Man figure in my collection. That's what I'm supporting. I'm supporting my collection and Giant Man to be in it. So, like, I think a lot of people, when they see collectors get Giant Man in hand and see how good he is and realise, hang on a minute, I need a Giant Man in my collection. I reckon he's going to creep up on the aftermarket. And because he's the smallest HasLab sort of in regards to numbers, like, just think Galactus went over 30,000. Sentinel was up in the close to 20 or just over 20. Giant Man was like under 20, right? So I'm just saying Giant Man, I think people are going to get itchy for when he finally lands, because I think that's going to be a nice centerpiece for the display. But I'm not mad at not getting a Fin Fan Foom. I was just curious if what the chat are saying. Let me have a little look, see if I had any answers. Eric Stream says Fin Fan Foom should have been this year's HasLab or next year. I would have brought the Fin Fan Foom, but I don't think it's going to happen, says your boy's got toys. Compulsive Collector says, I most likely wouldn't have been willing to devote the space to Fin Fan Foom anyway. Savage Saint says, if this sells, we're talking about Dragon Man, we will get a Fin Fan Foom, in my opinion. David Evan Smith says, if they make a better Fin Fan Foom, I would buy it, but I do not need a new version. I am not disappointed and I can relocate HasLab money for the year. Nope, not upset. For the record, let me just undisputably state, I am not upset that we are not getting a HasLab. I think the way that they're going to release this Dragon Man is the way to do it. People who want it can buy it. Simple as that. Like, everyone should be happy. If you want it and you're comfortable with the price they eventually release it for, you can order it and just sit back and relax. You ain't got to panic and rely on the community to get behind a project that they morally don't want to. I like this concept. So I'm not mad there isn't a HasLab. But I was just curious, like, would people prefer once a year getting that bigger scaled character, which they don't really release in any other format? It was just a question, but I'm very content with this. I think this looks great. People do get confused that I'm like some big HasLab campaigner. I don't care about the HasLab. I like the projects. I like the characters that you have to support. Never mind. I feel like this with talking about HasLab, just digging myself a hole. Like, God's sake.
I just sit there and laugh.
Your Barry White voice, yeah. Tyler says he wanted a thing fanfoom. Giant Man was 13,889. I just had a look on Pulse. See what I mean? Less than 14,000 people back Giant Man, and yet we know, thanks to numbers like we're never going to know how many Marvel Legends they order. Do you know, like a random Build-A-Figure wave, how many Legends are ordered and sent to retail? We don't know that information. They would never tell us. 10,000, 20,000, 50,000? We don't know. But we do know numbers thanks to the HasLab, and the biggest Marvel Legends HasLab was over 30,000 with Galactus. So that means there are at least 30,000 people out there that are interested in having a big giant action figure on their collection. Potentially Marvel Legends fans, or at least they're aware of it because of the HasLab concept and Marvel Legends branding. So that means less than half of the people that potentially collect big Marvel Legends didn't back Giant Man. So I'm just saying, I think people are going to be like, a little bit of FOMO might start hitting. That's all I'm saying. Mini Plastic Multiverse said, still wish that we got that scroll head for the Giant Man. Yeah, that was disappointing. We didn't get that third tier. To be completely honest, I was surprised we even got one of the tiers, because we did get the zombie head. But I won't be displaying my Giant Man with the scroll or zombie head. If the scroll head did get revealed, maybe it would have tempted me to get a second one. Maybe I did get a second one. Something in my eye, Rich.
Oh, tears, Dan. Tears. Stop crying now. Come on.
Something in my eye. Tariq says the Giant Sandman would work for PS5, Spider-Man 2 comics, and Spider-Man 3 movie No Way Home. I don't think any Gamerverse character would work as a HasLab personally, but that just may be my bias towards games. Like, I'm not a gamer. Don't have any.
I just think if HasLab comes back, it's got to be something that people like a must-want thing. And I just think, like, as long as X-Men 97 Season 2 is as good as Season 1, I think it's like, do a Blackbird jet, this now or never.
Yeah. Like,
that could be your big redemption arc for HasLabs. If that sold stupid numbers, it would be like, hooray, we've got it right.
I reckon they should do it. No, I reckon they should do it. They have to just give it a go. Why the fuck not? Just do it.
I just think that as well. I think, and then if that doesn't work, then never do them again. But again, it's got to be a pricing issue, because the pricing with the Engine of Vengeance, it wasn't there for what you get. Like, if it was licensing or whatever, it didn't add up. Whereas the G.I. Joe seemed to have got it down to a T. If anything, give the G.I. Joe team the like Blackbird to sort out. Maybe that's the way to go.
They had the Rattler on display, right? And that's funded within less than 24 hours. Done. Not even worry about it. If you want your Rattler, you're getting one. Why not? Why can't you? And again, this is just my perspective, but why can't you make a Marvel Legends Blackbird in the same scale as the Rattler? Right, now granted, it wouldn't be 100% accurate to what's in the comics, right? But is anything in our collection 100% accurate to what's in the comics? Of course it not, because it depends on the issue, the time, the artist, the interpretation, whatever, the era. Everything on our shelf is a representation, a tribute to the thing in the comics that we love and admire. That's why we want it represented in plastic, right? So why can't they do a Blackbird scaled down to like the Rattler in HasLab scale and just have two figures that fit in the front seat? And it just be the Blackbird. Like, and because people are going to use it as a display item anyway. Like, I don't, everyone's like thinking, oh, it has to be massive and fit the whole team in it. Like, yes, ideally that would be great and that would be more accurate to the comics, but it's unrealistic to do in figure form. So scale it down, make it look exactly like a Blackbird would, but just have the cockpit fit two Marvel Legends in, and you've still got your Blackbird representation, a tribute to that iconic vehicle. Like, you can hide it underneath your swimming pool or your tennis court if you desire. But, like, do you not think, Rich, that they could... Look, it is possible if they just get over the hump of thinking it has to be it has to fit 8 X-Men. Just scale it down. Let it fit 2 or 4 or whatever. Just scale that cockpit down. Make it the size and the shape of the Blackbird, and make it a Rattler size. It doesn't need to be bigger than the Rattler.
Yeah, but surely though, I just think with X-Men 97 and the Blackbird, like surely retailers would be up for that as well. Like I like maybe not like in store, but like on Amazon, like surely like they could sell that worldwide, couldn't they? Like something like that.
Hang on, we got a super chat from Jerry. Thank you,
Jerry
Jerry.
donated $9.99. I wonder if this new made-to-order Hasbro Pulse use lines up with how Mattel Creations does, made-to-order. WWEMTO Mattel Creations items are hit or miss with selling out fast or having overstock.
Yeah, so Jerry makes a good point. He says, I wonder if this new made-to-order Hasbro Pulse uses lines up with how Mattel Creations does made-to-order. WWE, Mattel Creations are create hit and miss without selling out or having overstock. Yeah, so again, Mattel Creations have had some things that have funded and have some things that haven't. But it is essentially the same concept as a HasLab, isn't it? It's just a different branding. But Mattel Creations, like I know they're just doing the Snake Slayer, but is that made to order? Like, is that definitely happening dependent, or does that need to hit a certain tier? I'm not too sure, but other companies are definitely approaching. I was misspelling his tank there when I was searching for his tank, but I just wanted to. I know this isn't Joe's and Juice, so I apologise, people. But I just wanted to show you the scale of the Rattler. Like, so this is the Rattler on display at San Diego Comic-Con. Now, granted, the wings go up vertical so it could fit in the booth, so that's what they did. But I'm saying, why not make a Marvel Legends Blackbird in this scale? Like, I know it wouldn't be 100% accurate, but it would still be a tribute to the vehicle in the show. Home Dude says, I wonder, I would just want the Marvel Universe Blackbird, to be fair. That would be easier for them to do, but I think the wider community now are on the 6-inch train, so like it would need to be 6-inch. Maybe do a 6-inch train in Marvel Legends form. That would be great. No, not really.
You could get that because you could go and buy the Epic Heroes Blackbird with Storm.
That's true, and I did, and it was £12 on Amazon. It's really cheap. But I did buy that just as a representation of the Blackbird. But
that'll fit the Marvel Universe figures. That one will.
Yeah. So again, this is just, I'm just showing off pictures of the HISS tank. Again, G.I. Joe know how to do their vehicles. But I, like Rich, think that Hasbro, like the one thing people keep asking for is the Blackbird, right? In regards to vehicles. Just fucking do it. Like, you've already had a fail. You had the Engines of Vengeance fail, but I don't think anyone would dispute that the Blackbird is a more iconic vehicle attached to a bigger brand that's more in the zeitgeist of pop culture right now with Deadpool and Wolverine, with X-Men 97. Like, I think it's more familiar to some multi-generations where the Hal Rider was a bit more modern, if you will. So don't be afraid. Just fucking do it. Do you know what I mean? Just why not? And then if it fails, you can sit back and be like, look, that was on use. We did what we could, type thing. Of course, hopefully the price is right and all of that. But again, that's an awkward one to talk about. But I think they just fucking do it. Just do it. Just do it. Fucking why not? Just put it out there. Let the community. Dan Yoon's in the chat. Dan Yoon says, I just want to state G.I. Joe is a Hasbro band. That has nothing to do with us being scared. That's true. He's not wrong though, is he? He's not wrong. Licensing's a big deal. It's frustrating. For the record, Dan, if you're joining us late, we were praising the idea of the Dragon Man. We like it. We're not mad at it at all. We do very much like it. He looks epic, and we look forward to adding to our collection. We're just hoping it's a 2024 pre-order rather than waiting until next year, because still time. There's still some time, so I still have some hope. But I still think they should give it a go. For me, Blackbird isn't even at the top of my list. Like, maybe in regards to vehicles, I'd take a Punisher van. I think that's more doable than a Blackbird in Legends form. But that's just speaking for myself. But definitely, when you put the question out there to the wider community, HasLab vehicles, they do say Blackbird. But Dan Yoon has a point, and you can't argue with that. So. Last the only Build-A-Figure wave we know of, right, and this is how we're sort of wrap up today. Last Build-A-Figure wave of the year is Strange Tales. So Dan Yoon said, what are you laughing at?
Just you. We're just laughing at you. Carry on.
Not bad. So they said there's one more Build-A-Figure wave this year. We don't think it's going to be themed as heavily as this was. Be a little bit more of a mix of characters. But this is started to hit overseas, right? We've seen pictures. People have it in hand.
Yeah, it is. I think Hong Kong has arrived in, and it is so shipping out there. So hopefully it should be in the next couple of months everywhere.
Yeah, I do think it will arrive quicker than the earlier estimated dates, which is usually the case. So if that does arrive quicker, then again, PulseCon, they could maybe... I don't think at PulseCon they'll reveal a full Build-A-Figure wave and then also a Secret Wars wave. It'll be one of the two. So if I'm going to say Secret Wars, then the Build-A-Figure wave would have to get... Or maybe the Secret Wars wave gets revealed via some online publication.
Maybe they've made changes and it is a secret Build-A-Figure wave. Who knows?
Again, there's characters within Secret Wars that it could be. People are now just throwing random vehicles at us in the chat. Quinjet, the Tri-Spider Slayer. Look, Dan Yoon would be up for that because he's a fan of the thing. He says, I agree with Dwight's statement of the amazing Build-A-Figure coming. We've been trying to guess what it was, Dan, but the Marvel Universe is so wide open, we don't really know. And Dwight's very obscure. Brandon seems to have his eyes out as well. Does he know what it is? He won't tell us, even if he did. Dan, would you
I'll phone Todd after the show and find out.
Yeah, Rectangular is on speed dial. Todd, what's that last Build-A-Figure? Thank you very much. He'll find out. Someone's in his inbox. Todd doesn't have to do anything. He sits back and people tell him. The X-Men 97 Blackbird is on Amazon, like the smaller scale Epic Hero scale. I think it's called Epic Heroes. The Epic Hero scale is like really cheap on Amazon right now. So if you really want that Blackbird itch, go and get that. Honestly, go and get it. It comes with a storm and everything. You can fit her in there. Justin gifted a channel membership. Thank you very much, Justin. And guess who it went to? It went to Queen Comics. Congratulations, Queen Comics. You have now become a channel member. Now you can watch the after show.
Queen Comics, if you're in Queen Comics as well, pick up Blood Hunt issue 5, End of the Vampire Saga in the Marvel Universe. Final Fight #1, really good comic book from Udan, not usual Udan art as well, really good. Hair of Apocalypse, this is the final issue. What a load of shit this was, would not recommend.
Don't buy that.
X-Force issue 1, this was quite good as well. Finally, Betsy Braddock that I can read, a different writer to Teenie Howard. I thought this was pretty good with Forge and Sage setting up a new X-Force. So yeah, there we go. And of course, not forgetting Wolverine and the Donald Duck crossover. Maybe that's next year's figure line. Disney meets Marvel.
I told you, I haven't seen Jamie in the chat since you showed that off. He has definitely ran off to go and buy that issue. Let me go to the chat real quick. Queen V says, yes, of course I can. Rich, I'm sending a very special happy birthday to Valentino. He's a fan of the channel. It is basically his mum and dad are Big Will and Queen V. So happy birthday to Valentino today. He's a Marvel Legends collector, of course he is.
Happy birthday, Valentino.
Yes, happy birthday. You got a special happy birthday in Rich's deep voice there as well. But have a great day. Hopefully your mum and dad get you some more Marvel Legends to add to the collection, because Legends are getting good, my friend. Legends are getting very good. So yes, happy birthday. But it's getting late, so go to bed. It's too late now. Go to bed. It's approaching 10 o'clock. Get to bed.
It's school holidays.
Oh, it's true. Stay up and eat some Smarties and drink some Coke.
Flamingo Sauce donated $4.99.
The super chat.
This would be a great way to get Surtur, Shuma Gorath, Ultimo, or like I really want a Groot wearing the matching suit from Around Me Annihilation.
So Flamingo Sauce says this would be a great way to get Surda, Shuma Gorath. I always say that wrong.
Shuma Gorath.
See, Rich is saying anything just sounds better today. Ultimo, and I'd really want a Groot wearing the matching suit from Around Me and Annihilation. There are potential big figure characters that could hit that Dragon Man scale for sure. Brandon's in the chat he's also teasing us that the wave associated with that Build-A-Figure that Dwight is referring to is, he says, the wave to build it is epic. And Dan Yoon also says that he agrees with Dwight in regards to the amazing Build-A-Figure. So we still have an amazing Build-A-Figure to come, and Brandon's telling us the wave to build it is epic. So that's all we know.
Amazing.
It doesn't tell us anything. It tells us nothing, people.
Maybe Daniel got his dream of an AOA Wave 3, and it's the Amazing X-Men wave with Nemesis / Holocaust Build-A-Figure, and all of the Amazing X-Men, Storm, Bishop, who else is in that team? Dazzler, Exodus, Banshee, Quicksilver. Maybe it's that.
Eric Stream was on the same page as you. He also said AOA Wave 3. I don't think
There
Brandon...
you go.
I'm not sure Brandon would say that was a great wave, though. I don't know if Brandon wants
Next year's a big, it's AOA anniversary, isn't it, next year?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
The year of the AOA.
Oh, no.
10 AOA waves. That's what's coming.
No, I'm fine with another wave. I've got a nice little collection now. I don't mind more. But I don't think Brandon's love for AOA is that high. I'm not sure he wants Dan Yoon to know that, but I don't think it is. So I don't think Brandon would say it's an epic wave. Something has to be in that wave that Brandon would like for him to say that. So what would Brandon like? I know Brandon would like... I know he always talks about an Isaiah Bradley, Captain America. And the new movie is coming out. And he is in it. So maybe there's some potential. Tac gifted a channel membership as well. Thank you very much, Tac. And it went to a name that I haven't seen before. Lost Kid. There is a lost kid in the chat. If anyone has lost a kid, he's in the chat. Please come and collect your lost kid from the chat. Thank you very much. He'll be safe in the chat until he's collected by his guardians or parents. Thank you very much. But he is also a channel member now for being lost. Lost Kid also said thank you very much to Mark Tac. You're welcome. That's what Mark would say. I'm just speaking on behalf of Mark Tac. Eric Stream says, I'd like to get Nightcrawler's dad, either comic or MCU. Is that the red one, right? What's his name? Azazel?
Azazel, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't say.
Probably pronouncing that wrong.
Yeah.
It's Azazel.
I can't read. I'm dyslexic, people. Leave me alone. There's also Gambit.
Azazel.
I know people want Gambit as well. There are more AOA figures they could do. So I'm sure Dan used breakdancing somewhere. X-Men Evolutions wave. Now, Brandon would be happy with that. So Brandon would say it was a good wave if it was X-Men Evolution.
Would anyone say that? Or?
Brandon would. Brandon would. Yeah, no. Again, I'm just speaking for myself, but there are people out there that would want X-Men Evolution figures, undoubtedly, for sure. But I don't. There's other figures I'd want in front of that. That's all. That is all.
We have, like, in terms of like full waves or this year, I suppose the Spider-Man Retro Card wave was technically this year.
Yeah.
And then I suppose the Void Build-A-Figure wave was Avengers. I think it was Avengers themed, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
And then we've had Gaia Man Retro, so we haven't had a lot of like individual. We haven't had an X-Men wave this year, really, have we?
No. Rom the Space Knight might go in a random wave. Do you know the same way Crystar was in the the Void Build-A-Figure wave? I reckon Rom might be in a random wave that's just full of different characters. Unless they do like a single patch Rom the Space Knight. Our friend St. James has dropped a $5 super chat.
St. James donated $5.
What it simply says,
we need a new comic domino.
We need a new comic domino. That's true, because the one that came in the free pack could be copycat. Could be. Looks very similar. It came with the one with Boom Boom, and was it Richter? I got money in the bank. And Ian with a super chat as well, and says AOA Nightcrawler baby, Uncanny X-Force complete.
It's Cannonball, wasn't it? Cannonball and Richter,
yes,
wasn't it?
Yes, Cannonball, Richter, and Domino, it's true. A new Domino would be good. I wouldn't be mad at that. And an AOA Nightcrawler baby. I guess so. I still want the Mojoverse baby X-Men.
Oh, like the proper version, not the little one, the one we got. Yeah. They would be cool.
Because that Wolverine we got in the pack just looks like a shrunk down pop, and I don't want Funko Pops.
It was the Scotty Young baby versions, not the Mojoverse.
I want the Mojoverse
babies version.
Yeah, I want like the little toddlers that can just stand on the shelf. That would be fun. St. James says, I sent you a DM with an outfit. With which outfit? Oh, so he's telling me which domino he wants. Okay, I can have a look. I can do that.
Hope it's purple harness domino. Fingers crossed. That's the one I want.
It's not. She's wearing less clothes than that. Let's have a look.
Not purple harness domino.
This is the one that he wants. This version.
I don't think they're gonna do that version. To be fair, but we can all dream. We can all have dreams, can't we?
We yet to get any Savage Land figures. We still need Shana. Can we get Shana in a Build-A-Figure wave? Or is it Shana?
Maybe.
Shana? How do I say her name? You know who I mean.
Do we pronounce anything right
No,
anymore?
people always get mad at us. People always.
Shana the She-Devil.
Yeah, Shana the She-Devil. Shana. Yeah, one of them. You know who I'm talking about anyway. You know who I'm talking about. How many Build-A-Figure waves do you think we get next week? Said Eric Stream. We don't know.
More than this year because there's more movies. That's what I.
Yeah,
that's what
I suppose so. The Brandon's dropped a super chat that says X-Men Evolutions when. You work at Hasbro. You can start breakdancing on tables. Burst in the boardrooms with your boombox on your shoulder and put some cardboard down and start breakdancing. If you want it to happen. Jesse Falcon confirmed it at Comic-Con. Whoever breakdanced the hardest gets their figures made. Shayna.
Must have strong ankles, that Jesse Falcon.
FOH 2-pack for army building, which is from the X-Men. What are they called again?
Friends of Humanity, Daniel.
There you go. That's the one. I knew it really. I was testing you. You passed. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm gonna like some super chats, but not the one from Brandon. There you go.
I got money in the bank.
There is Hero Collections that quite simply says X-Men Evolution when. That's on you, Brandon. That is on you. Dan Yoon, if he ever talks about X-Men Evolution, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. We're fine. Bring Towards the Work says, I would definitely be down for an X-Men Evolution wave. Oh, for God's, why did I read that comment out? I genuinely read that without reading it first, and it oh, never mind. Don't encourage Brandon. I'm all about the Avengers, and the all-time massive went in on Legends is Stingray.
I would love a Stingray. That would be a really good figure to get, to be
There are
honest.
still some Avengers we need. Stingray, Jack-O-Lantern, not Jack-O-Lantern, Jack of Hearts.
Jack of Hearts.
Mantis.
Swordsman, Mantis, yeah.
Like, you could make a comic Avengers Build-A-Figure wave with characters we yet to have. They won't, but they could. I'm just going to keep pissing Dan off by keep saying he's scared of everything now. You're scared to release Chameleon, Dan, ain't you? You're scared to release the animated Chameleon. That's right. You're scared. Doesn't like it when I say you're scared. That's why. Stingray on the Deadpool wave would make massive sense. I would still buy. Remember they did the Deadpool corpse in the box set of all the rainbow Deadpools, but in the 3 3-inch quarter. I would buy the 6-inch version of that. Do a 6-inch Mercs for Money pack with all of the different coloured Deadpool outfits, and each of them have the head for the character behind the mask. Because I think it's Stingray, it's Solo, it's obviously Wade Wilson, Slapstick. Like, every character for the Mercs for Money was a different Marvel person wearing that outfit. So do a Mercs for Money pack.
I mean, I'm guessing 2025 will probably have a few
more Deadpool.
Yeah, I think
Not
it's
just
definitely something they. No, I think they've definitely missed out on that. I know, and I know it wasn't all to do with them. It was due with the movie moving up and not everything being ready. But yeah, I definitely think there's be more Deadpool going forward in both comic and movie form.
Let me just Google rainbow. I guess rainbow Deadpool corpse would come up, wouldn't it?
No, David Evan Smith and no Silver Claw. Only George Perez wants Silver Claw. No one wants Silver Claw.
Look, imagine, this is what I'm saying. Imagine these in 6-inch form. Like, we've got we've got that brand new pinless Deadpool in the 2-pack with Agent Bob recently, right? Just repaint that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Hasbro love a repaint. This idea should be at the top of their list for Deadpool. Deadpool is hot right now. Just repaint that brand new pinless Deadpool 6 times. Give each of them their unique weapons and give each of them an unmasked head. We have technically already got the unmasked head for Slapstick down here with his hat. We got it with in the Sauron Build-A-Figure wave. And technically we've already got the purple Deadpool as it came with the ultimate subscription.
Marvel Unlimited, yeah.
Yeah. But that was on an older Deadpool body. Is there any, just via hits and misses in the chat, all right? Give me some flame emojis, some hits, whatever it needs to be. Would you buy this in 6-inch form? The Mercs for Money. Like, each of them come with their own unmasked head as well, representing the character behind the mask. Would you buy this? I would buy this at 6-inch. I'd love this, actually, in 6-inch form. Like, I think people would like it too. Oh, you'd like this, Rich? You'd buy this?
I'd buy this one, yeah.
Oh, nice. We got him. If Rich is in, then we know we're on to our winner. Mercs for Money's had a couple of runs in the comics, actually. I read the original run, and then it came back with a different cast later on.
I mean, I'd only want this one. I wouldn't want the one with Hit Monkey in it and Domino.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
that's
want
the
that
different one, isn't it? Yeah, this is the one I like. This is the one while he was also like really famous, and he was in Uncanny X-Men as well for a little bit, wasn't he, with Old Man Cap? Yeah, it's definitely the era I was heavily reading, so I've got most of these, I think, the first run at least. There you go, look at that in the chat. People are liking this idea. Dan Yoon, you're welcome. Take it. There you go. Look, count me in, says Mike Hex. There's not even a Venom in there, and Mike Hex wants it, so we know we're onto something. Lost Kids says 3D Man would be good with Atlas, Agents of Atlas. Yeah, there's still some. I think Jimmy Woo was in the original Agent of Atlas. We haven't had him in comic form. Probably not the most desirable comic Marvel legend, I grant you, but that's what came to mind. Yeah, Robert, James, Curtis, Ian, Bring Toys to Work, Encountered Culture, Mackerson, Daniel S, Hugo, Phil. They all say hits. Let's get the Rainbow Deadpool Corpse on the go. Let's make that happen. Hugo says, I would love a new Silver Sable and a few more Spider-Man villains like Chameleon and just other villains from Marvel. Tariq says, give me X-Men Evolution, Spike, Kitty, Magma, Rogue, Nightcrawler, Wolverine, Jean, Cyclops, Storm, Magneto, Quicksilver, Wanda, Magneto again. He wants Magneto twice. Professor X and Juggernaut, Build-A-Figure wave. That is a big wave from Tariq there. So big wave.
I'm feeling iller now, Dan. I think I'm going to pass out.
Look, as long as he gets his 2 Magnetos, he's happy. But he's got to be 2 in a wave. Right, we're going to wrap up today because, again, we could just sit here talking about all different characters we want in Marvel Legends form. But again, we're just sort of decompressing after San Diego Comic-Con. Just a general chit-chat. We will be back to our more themed episodes moving forward. And maybe Rich's voice would come back. Even though I think the chat like your voice like this how it is, Rich.
Maybe it's going to be our next week. Let's see if this shifts or not.
Yeah, Tyler says Mandarin. Mandarin, we still want a Mandarin, absolutely.
And Hepzibah.
Yes, Hepzibah. And Razor. And then we can complete that team. I'll take a Charlie 27 and a Martin X as well. Let's complete the original Guardians of the Galaxy. I'd like that. Who joins the Guardians of the Galaxy after? Is it Hawk? Oh, no. What's it? The one that Sylvester Stallone plays. Yeah, Starhawk. We haven't got him, have we? And is it Nikki or whatever she's called? The one. We haven't
got those two.
Yeah, so I'll take them as well. Like, yeah, loads, people, loads. Right, I appreciate you. For one last time, let me just plug these before we get out of here. So once again, a shout out to our good friend, you know him, he's on Legend of the Liquor most weeks, Mini Plastic Multiverse, for putting these cards together. Go and check out his Instagram to get a closer look at these art cards, taking those, shooting the Galaxy art, turning them into really nice art cards that will be gifted purchases when you buy your 85th anniversary figures from Star Action Figures. So if you buy, let's have a look. So if you buy Ghost Rider, wherever he is, he's in stock right now. You buy Ghost Rider, look, exclusive art card. You buy it from Star Action Figures, you will get the exclusive art card to match. And just like I have with these two, you get the art card. There you go. A nice accompanying piece to the collection. Shout out Star Action. Shout out Tom. Tom's still watching. He's in the chat. Did a great job with them. But Rich, we're going to go off to the bonus show and chat some shit about people. So if you want to follow us over there, you can do so. Just remember to become part of the Who Crew Deluxe tier. If you are part of the Who Crew Deluxe tier, which is a few up on the channel membership tier, you get an extra show every single week, an extra half an hour of us chatting shit. It used to be bitching about Brandon, but now he's a Who Crew Deluxe tier. So we're going to have to think of something else to talk about every single Thursday afternoon now. But we're going to go over there right now. Up that channel membership if you want some more content. That's where we'll be. Until then, Rich, where can we find you online?
You can find me binning my card boxes in the bin outside. That's what I'll be doing. And praying for Generation X retro carded wave. Just me and my own placard.
Dan, you don't have the guts. You don't have the guts for Generation X.
He's afraid of Generation X.
You're afraid. And of course, we'll be back Thursday. No Legend and Liquor this week. I've got the weekend off. Amanda's very happy about it. And I'll be back. We'll be back next week with a theme. We'll figure it out, but we'll be back then. But we'll see you on the after show. And if you're in the replay, let me know in the comments, all right? Let me know what Marvel Legends you're excited to still be revealed in the comments below. Let's get out of here, Rich. Where's my end screen? There we go. 20 seconds. You can click that video or that one. Probably that one. No, actually, I've changed my mind. Click that one, all right? Wait. that one first and then that one. All right, that's what you should
Click the video on the right and then click the video on the left.
hear that deep voice.
All good videos here on Dan Who Reviews.
I like that. He can be my official voiceover guy.